Start with our usual position. If you're cross legs or legs stretched out, backs of your palms on your knees or the thighs. Index fingers and the thumbs link up. Eyes begin to close. Chin slightly tucked in. Beginning to tune into the body. Feel the outer edges of your feet pressing into the mat. Sitting bones pressing down. Shoulders moving away from your ears just as you breathe out. Filling up the belly, belly button moving forward, belly button back. Lovely. We start with a side stretch. So your right palm drops onto the outside of your right hip. Let the fingers point away, lifting the left shoulder up. This is all familiar stuff. Roll it out. Looking at the open left fingers, gently drawing the left hand up, sliding the right palm away, and going to your maximum range. Maybe even dropping onto the elbow. Twist and look up. Awareness into the left lung. Breath in and hold. And side out. In and hold. And release, come back up. Left palm drops onto the outside, right shoulder comes up towards the ear, roll it out. Look at the right fingers. Take the hand up, slide the left palm away, and dropping towards the elbow. Looking up, awareness into the right lung. Deep breath in and hold. And side out. In and hold. And release. Back. Hand on each knee. Collarbones lifting. Breath in and out. Side stretches into a simple twist. Your right hand on your left knee. Your left hand going forward, opening the fingers wide, taking the hand up towards the ceiling, pushing the palm up towards the ceiling, and then dropping the hand behind you, fingers in pyramids. And that proud posture. Hold on to the knee, left knee. Breath into the belly as you breathe out. Use the strength in the left arm to draw you around. Look over your left shoulder. Right arm, use the strength in the right arm. Loosening up at the belly muscles, go that little bit further around. And slowly start to come back out. And on each knee, collarbones lifting. A couple of breaths. You're sitting cross legs, change the cross legs. And your left palm on your right knee. Right hand forward, fingers wide, push the fingers away, then draw them up. Push, and then slowly bring the right arm behind you, fingers in pyramids, pressing down, getting that proud posture at the front. Breath into the belly. As you breathe out, begin to twist, using the strength in the left arm. Really driving that spine around as much as you can. Looking over the right shoulder. Loosening up belly muscles a little bit. Going that little bit further around. And start to come back. Hand on each knee. Collarbones lifting. Work with the shoulders a little bit. Stretch the hands out in front of you, palms facing in, then interlace the fingers. You're looking at your palms. As you breathe out, push the palms away, and you feel the shoulder blades at the back moving away from each other. Belly muscles coming in towards the spine. Push the palms away. Next time you breathe out, rotate at the wrists, show the palms to the camera so that the wrists open. And then draw the hands up towards the ceiling. Push the palms up a little bit. Those of you are okay with it, take the hands that little bit further back without leaning back. You're going to scoop the air in front of you. So bring the palms forward, rotate at the wrists, bring the air up, and show the palms to the camera. That's it. One more. Push the palms away, draw them up. Take them a little bit further back. And forward, scoop the air and show the palms to the camera. Good. And let go. Fingers in pyramids onto the shoulders. 3 rounds in each direction. First, drop the elbows down, bring them forward. As you breathe in, you take them up. As you breathe out, rotate, bring them back down to the front. Breathing in, elbows lift. Breathing out, elbows down. One more. Next time, the elbows together at the front, change the direction. Breathing in, drop the elbows. Breathing out, take the elbows up. Breathing in, come back down. Breathing out, elbows up. One more round, in and out. Release, and on each knee, focusing a little bit on the neck. We're working with the legs and hips quite a lot this evening, so just work the upper body a bit. Your left ear to your left shoulder. Stretch the left hand out, palm facing up. Bend at the elbow, place the palm just above the ear, right ear. And see if you can just guide the head or the ear closer to the shoulder. Breathe, let the belly move, lower parts of the lungs in use. And let go. And on the knee, neck comes upright. Next time you breathe out, your right ear to your right shoulder. Stretch the right hand out, palm facing up. Bend at the elbow, bring the palm, place it just above the left ear, and guide the right ear towards the shoulder. It's quite an intense stretch, so be kind to the body. Breathe. And release. And on each knee. In, breath out. Good. We're going to start with sitting back on the backs of your heels towards the very back of your mat. Allow the whole of the mat in front of you. So some strength builders and engaging the hips and the shoulders. I'm going to sit sideways. Usual way. If the fronts of the feet are not ready to release, stretch the legs out in front of you. If they're fine, then drop the hands to the side and deliberately bring the shoulder blades towards each other. Your thumbs are in the arches of your feet. See if you can massage the arches a little bit. Working the front of the body, lean back a little bit. Plant your palms on the mat, fingers pointing towards the knees, tops of your lungs and the sternum. When you breathe in, look up, fill up the tops of your lungs. Keep looking up, side out. Tops of the lungs. Fill up and hold. And release, bring the torso upright. Hold on to your feet or the sides of your hips. Go into a child posture, Balasana. Belly onto the thighs and forehead towards the mat. Eyes are closed. Allow the elbows to drop towards the mat. Take your awareness to the back of the rib cage and simply feel the ribs moving as you breathe in and out. Good. Lift your face. Come up with the spine. We do the stretch child posture, stretched Balasana. Open the knees as wide as the mat. Hands go to the knees or the thighs. Using the strength in the arms, lift the collarbones and you're arching the lower back that little bit more. Looking straight ahead. We want to stretch the spine. So with the breath. As you breathe out, you start to rotate forward. Belly is going to go between the thighs. Tuck your chin in, close your eyes, and guide the forehead slowly to come and land on the mat. When that happens, stretch the hands towards the top of the mat. Good grip on the mat. Creep the fingers forward. Allowing space to develop between each vertebra. That's a thought process, nothing to feel. Visualize. Loosen up at the shoulders, creep the fingers forward by good half an inch. Gently lift your face, look at your fingers, open them wide, start to come up onto your knees. We're going to go into down face dog. Once the palms are firmly on the mat, tuck your toes onto the mat and lift the knees off the mat, push the bum up. Crown of the head drops between the shoulders towards the mat. Very familiar posture, body is getting used to this now. Bend at the right knee, press the left heel towards the mat. Keep that stretch going. Breathe. Bend at the left knee, let the right heel go towards the mat. And allow both the heels to go towards the mat. Can the crown of the head drop a little bit? Look at your mat. Drop the knees to the mat. Fronts of the feet go on the mat. Push back. Sit back on the backs of the heels. Hands drop to the side. Thumbs into the arches of the feet. In, breath out. Build that up slowly. Good. Eyes are open. Come up onto your knees. Reach forward. Plant your palms where they were before. Tuck the toes onto the mat. Push the bum towards the heels. And then lift the knees and the shins off the mat. Just the feet, they're hip width apart. So we go for a stretch from toenails to the base of your chin, the up face dog. Start with coming up on high heels. Acknowledging all the 10 toe joints, really working. If the head has gone beyond the shoulders, guide it back down towards the mat. Feed the body forward into a plank. You may need to move your palms with your feet, adjust. Tighten up the thighs, tighten up the glutes. Belly button lifts up. Up face dog, 1 foot at a time. Fronts of the feet go on the mat. If your knees drop to the mat, that's fine. If possible, keep them up. Guide the pubic bone towards the mat. Press into the palms and look up through the eyebrows. Observe the shaking in the muscles. It's all good stuff. Strength builder. And on the next exhalation, roll over the toes, back into down face dog. Adjust the feet, crown of the head dropping. Come down to your knees, fronts of the feet on the mat, push back, sit back on the heels, hands by the side, thumbs massaging the arches of the feet, shoulder blades coming towards each other. Breath in and out. I'm going to go through from down face dog, plank. Those of you are okay with it, have a go at chaturanga. I'll guide you through. Then up face dog and finishing off with the down dog. In your own time. Come up onto your knees, reach forward, plant your palms, front of the mat. Toes tuck onto the mat, push the bum towards the heels, and then lift the knees, push the bum up. Feet hip width apart, pressing both the heels towards the mat. Looking at your feet, come up on high heels. Feed the body forward into a plank. Tighten up the muscles around the core. Looking at your mat, if you're going into chaturanga, elbows bend towards your feet. And then push forward, roll over the toes, up through the eyebrows. Knees, if possible, lift them off the mat. And over the toes, back into down face dog. Bring the heels towards the mat, crown of the head towards the mat. Lift your face, look at your palms. Begin to walk the feet towards your palms. You're going to end up in a forward bend somewhere towards the front top end of your mat. Knees a slight hollow in the backs of the knees. Hands maybe on the mat, maybe on the shins. Doesn't matter. Tuck the chin in. Can the forehead come a little bit closer towards the knees? Breathe out. Pull the belly muscles in. Let them go when you breathe in. Good. Look at the mat. Palms go onto your shins and you slowly start to unwind. And you come up into open up to the universe. Fingers wide, looking up between the palms and a little bit of back bend. Join up the palms and bring the palms to your chest. I'm just going to adjust my camera so I'm not cut away at the top. Good. Arms to the chest. Breath in and out. Okay, I want to do 2 or 3 postures and we add a bind to it as well. So the first one, Trikonasana. Wherever you are, hands on the hips, take your right leg towards the back of your mat, crook off the ankle, then very deliberately, the right foot at the front, turn it around so you're facing the side long edge of the mat. So you turn to the side. Push the heels a little bit away from each other so you're in a slight bit of pigeon toe. And let's just stretch the back muscles out first. So this is Parsarita Padottanasana. Wide legs, forward bend. Bring the elbows and shoulder blades towards each other a bit. Breath into the belly. As you breathe out, start to rotate forward. So halfway, you tuck your chin in. Get a glance at the arches of your feet. Make sure they're active. Then tuck the chin in, crown of the head facing towards the mat, and drop your hands in line with your feet or directly underneath the shoulders, however far you're going. Those of you are okay with it, crown of your head now going towards the mat, landing between your palms. Eyes closed, outer edges of the feet pressing into the mat, working the arches of the feet. Look at the mat. Take your hands to your hips, and in a single full in-breath, come up. In-breath and come up. Toes, heels, till the feet are hip-width apart. Lift the shoulders, roll them back, palms facing forward. So, bit at a time. 2 or 3 more postures coming. We start with Trikonasana, the triangle posture. Bring the palms to the chest, palms facing down. You can either walk, jump your feet wide, open your arms wide in line with the shoulders, palms facing forward. We're going to your right. Bring your left foot in, good 20 to 30 degrees. Roll the right foot out by 90. And then tighten up the muscles in the right leg. So you've got a little bit of a hollow in the back of the knee. Whole body, torso is facing forward. Your right hip drifts towards the left as you reach with your right palm way beyond the right toes. Without leaning forward, wherever you are, simply windmill down into Trikonasana. Back of the palm pressing against the inside of the shin. Then turn your head, look up to your left thumb. Breathe, let the belly move. Turn your head, look at the mat. Feel the alignment at the back. And release the triangle. Come up, hands on the hips, toes pointing forward. Breath in and out. Good. We do the other side. So your right foot comes in 25, 30 degrees. Your left foot goes out by 90. Your hands are on your hips. So you turn the hips till they are square with the long edge of the mat. Up the muscles in your left leg. So you get a bit of a hollow in the knee, at the back of the knee. Arms go wide, palms facing forward. Left hip drifts towards the right hip as you stretch over the left toes. However far you've gone, simply windmill down, pressing the back of the palm, and then turning your head, looking up towards the right thumb. Breathe. Turn your head, look at the mat, and release. Come back out. Toes pointing forward, hands on the hips. So gradually we're building up. The spine has done the twists, has side bends, has strength building up. Now I want to put a little bit of body weight onto the hip joint. So this is half moon posture. So we'll go into warrior two and then transit into half moon. I'll talk you through, just take your time. As soon as it's enough for you, you release out. If you can hold it, that's fine too. Elbows and shoulder blades coming towards each other. Going to your right. Left foot, 25, 30 degrees come in. Right foot rotates out. Begin to bend at the right knee. Now, creep the right foot forward if you need to, making sure that that knee is over the heel. Right knee over the right heel. Torso upright. Right hand stretches out. Left hand stretches out. Warrior two. Fingers nice and wide, gazing at the middle finger of your right hand. Drop the hips a little bit. Half moon from there. So your left palm goes behind your back, palm facing away. You stretch forward over the right knee. Drop the right palm towards the top right-hand corner of your mat. Your belly is resting on the right thigh. Don't rush into the posture. Once you've got a reasonable balance there, tippy-toe the back leg. Find the balance. Lift the left leg off the mat. Parallel to the mat if possible. Release the hand from behind your back up towards the ceiling. And then simply risk the balance. Turn your head and look forward. There's a lot of shaking in the muscles in the leg. It's all good stuff. Turn your head, look at the mat. Left hand goes behind your back, palm facing away. With the balance, right palm onto the right shin. And then you start to bend the right knee slowly till the left foot goes to the mat. Release the posture. Come up. Legs remain wide. Toes pointing forward. Hands on the hips. Elbows and shoulder blades. Let the breathing settle down. It's telling you how much work is going on. In and out. We do the other side. Going to your left. Your right foot comes in, left foot out by 90. Begin to bend at the left knee. Creep the left foot forward till you know your left heel and the left knee are in alignment. Good, proud posture. Extend the left arm out. Extend the right arm out behind you. Warrior two. As you breathe out, drop the hips a little bit. Focus is on the hip joints and the thighs, building the strength in the muscles and the bones. Your right hand goes behind your back, palm facing away. You start to stretch forward over the left knee. Take the palm, place it towards the top left-hand corner of your mat. Then tippy-toe the back leg. Once you've got the balance, lift the left leg off the floor, right leg off the floor. Release the hand from behind your back. And if it feels right, look in front. Keep the balance, keep the muscles working. Look at the mat. Right hand goes behind your back. Find the balance. Left palm will go onto the left shin. And then you start to bend at the left knee till the right foot drops. And you release the posture. Toes, heels, till the feet hip width apart. Lift the shoulders. Roll them back and let the palms face forward. Become aware of the arches of your feet. They are lifting. They're off the mat, the arches. In and out. Good. Let's work on the lumbar spine and our familiar posture, the supine twist. In your own time, lie back down, looking up at the ceiling. That's it. Just let go. If the lower back is at all uncomfortable, keep the knees bent. Plant your feet on the mat. Otherwise, the legs are stretched out. Close your eyes. Focus is in the digestive system. So let your awareness drift to where your belly button is. Below the belly button, below the skin, below the greater omentum, which is like a support, protective layer of fat tissues. Go below the muscles. And you become aware. There's nothing other than using your imagination. There's 8 feet to 9 feet of small intestines. A little bit towards the top left-hand side of your rib cage, the stomach. A little bit towards the right, the liver, the gallbladder. Then you go to the extreme right of your small intestine, and there you've got the large ascending intestine. Below the rib cage, it kinks by 90 degrees. You got the transverse large intestine going towards the left side of your rib cage. And from there, the descending large intestine that gets as far down as the sigmoid colon in towards the rectum and the anal canal, the entire digestive system. Our supine twist, we know we work the hip joints, we know we work the leg muscles, and we work the spine and the sciatic nerve. But this evening, let's focus on the core of your body. At the moment, as you breathe in, belly button lifts towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, it drops towards the mat. So you're going to stretch, squeeze, open various parts of the digestive system. Familiar posture. Go with eyes closed. Open your arms wide, in line with the shoulders, palms facing up. You bend at the knees and plant your feet on the mat, feet hip width apart. Go with the feel of all of this. As you take the right foot on top of the left knee and guide the right knee away from your face, you start to feel a little bit of stretch towards the right side of your belly area. So from the base of the rib cage to the top of your right hip joint, the large intestine, the ascending large intestine. We're going to squeeze that area. Next time you breathe out, take both the knees towards the right elbow. Your awareness is towards the right-hand side of your belly area. You know you're twisting, squeezing. The left side of your belly area is stretching. The right side is squeezing. Breathe. Left leg begins to straighten out. Take it all the way to the right-hand side of your mat and guide the left toes as far up as you can towards the crown of your head. So now the squeezed large intestine, ascending intestine, is being further squeezed, but the muscles at the back are stretching. Giving room, breathe, belly moving. Bring the left foot back into the center of your mat. Keep the knees bent, rotate at the spine. Eyes are closed, take both the knees towards the left elbow. Your right foot drops onto the floor. Your awareness goes to the left side of your belly area. The descending intestine and the sigmoid colon beginning to be squeezed. The large ascending intestine on the right is getting a bit of a stretch. Reach with your left palm and begin to draw the inside of the right knee towards the floor. Breathe. Allow the whole belly area to move. As you breathe into the lower parts of the lungs, that pushes the diaphragm down, that pushes the belly up. Keep pulling that knee down with the left palm, engage with the right set of fingers. Begin to draw the right hand along the floor towards 12 o'clock. And your awareness now goes to the right armpit, right side of your rib cage, the ascending large intestine being pulled, stretched, whichever way you look at it or feel it. Breathe. Start to bring the right arm back in line with the right shoulder. Open your eyes, turn your head, look to your left. Straighten out the right leg, support the back of the right knee with the left palm. Elbow on the mat. Visually, see if you can lock that right knee in, or as much as possible. The entire core of the body is being squeezed, especially as you start to bring the toes a little bit further in towards line of sight. Some of you maybe even beyond line of sight. Shallow breaths. Take the toes a little bit further up. Release. Come back to the center. Keep the knees bent. Let the arms remain wide in line with the shoulders. Eyes are closed. Awareness to the belly area. As you breathe in, feel the diaphragm pressing down onto the belly and the small intestines, and the belly button lifts. As you breathe out, belly button drops towards the spine. Diaphragm flies up towards the heart. Deep, slow breath in. And out. Normal breaths. Reconnect with the core of the body. Small intestines, large intestine on your right, left, and the top. Left foot on top of the right knee, and as you guide the left knee away from your face, feel that stretch of the left descending intestine. Visualize it if you don't feel it. The skin may be stretching. Left descending large intestine. We're going to squeeze that area. Next time you breathe out, twist at the spine, both the knees towards the left elbow. And you feel the left side of your belly area starting to squeeze. Right side open. Little bit more. Right leg, straighten it out. Take it all the way towards the left side of your mat. See if the right toes can drop onto the mat. Left side, the descending intestine is being squeezed. That's a vital, vital part of the body. Just breathe, nothing more to do. All you can do is move the toes a little bit further up towards the crown of your head. That releases and stretches the muscles at the back of the large intestines. Bring the right foot back to the center of your mat. Continue to twist at the spine. And take both the knees towards the right elbow. Left toes will land on the floor. Eyes are closed as you reach with your right palm. As you pull the knee towards the floor, the right side of the large intestine is being squeezed in towards the floor, towards the back of the spine. The left side, especially the sigmoid colon, is nicely stretched. Breathe. Keep the awareness in the core of the body. You know the small intestines are all being squeezed as you breathe in and out. Engage with the left set of fingers, open them wide, and allow the left hand to begin to drift up towards 12 o'clock. The large intestine on the left is being stretched. Your armpit, left side of your rib cage. Fingers, maybe a bit of tingling in the fingers. Push the fingers away from the left shoulder. Start to slowly bring the left arm back in line with the left shoulder. Turn your head, look to your right, open your eyes. Begin to straighten out the left leg. Support the back of the knee with your right palm and let the elbow carry the leg weight. The large descending intestine on the left side is going to be squeezed as you pull the toes more and more into line of sight and maybe beyond the line of sight. As you breathe in and out, the transverse intestine is being worked all the time. And release. Come back to the center. Let the hands go by the side of the hips. Let the palms face up. Eyes remain closed. Join the soles of your feet. Let the knees drop to either side. The entire digestive system. No stress on it. Nothing's being pulled, squeezed, stretched. Just breathing into the lower parts of the lungs, allowing the belly button to lift a little bit. And allowing the belly button down as you breathe out. And your awareness, being aware, quite a large part of the digestive system resides within the hip bowl, if you like. So all these movements really working with the body, squeezing, stretching, awareness, wherever your awareness goes, energy automatically follows. See if you can feel a little bit of warmth in your belly area. Energy. We're going to work with a familiar posture to squeeze the entire core of the body. Open your eyes, bring the knees towards each other. Bring the knees to your chest. Cross your ankles. Grab hold of the big toes. You come at the big toes from outside of your knees. Don't rush into the posture. You know you work the core quite a lot. A lot of the digestive system is towards the back of the body. So there will be weight on it and stretching it. So back of the head is on the mat. As you breathe out, begin to slowly show the soles of the feet to the ceiling. It doesn't matter how far you get. You begin to engage the strength in the arms, strengthen the core of the body, and begin to take those toes, see if they're ready to go beyond your head. Some of you toes will land on the floor, but your awareness is at the back. Your lumbar spine is completely off the mat. The digestive system at the back is full stretch. Let it open up, energy flowing. Keep hold of the big toes. Slowly start to roll back down. Keep hold of the big toes. When your hips are on the mat, push the knees away from your face. Allow the outer edges of the feet to go to the mat. And the front of the digestive system in complete relax mode. Entirely up to you. Suggest a second round. So if you're going there, nice and slow, start to show the soles of the feet to the ceiling. Continue that journey. Use the strength in the arms, use the strength in the muscles at upper chest, and take the toes beyond your head. Now, some of you, I know, in Halasana, your toes are on the mat, on the floor. Find the balance. Lift your right hand up towards the ceiling, palm facing in. Then let the left palm follow. Good. Finding the balance, start to lift the legs, both of them, towards 45 degrees. And you become aware of body weight on the shoulder blades, back of your head, tops of your shoulders, belly muscles squeezed in. When you're ready to come out, you're going to cross your legs and roll up into a sitting posture with crossed legs. You end up with hand on each knee. Take your time. Coming up, let the collarbones lift. Breath in and out. So quite a lot of focus in the core of the body. It's a wonderful way to look after the most vital part of our body, the digestive system. We feel from there. We absorb energy from there. Good. Wherever you are, see if you can stretch your legs out in front of you. I'm going to continue with putting a lot of that together. So core of the body, but I'm also working the legs, working the spine. So pushing the heels away, pulling the toes in, toes are pointing up towards the ceiling, and the palms go by the side. Dandasana. The torso is at right angle to the legs. Engage the arms a little bit, palms pressing down. See if you can lift your bum off the mat a little bit and wriggle a bit side to side. So the sacroiliac joint at the back is being released. Let the arms carry the body weight. And slowly drop back down. Bring your right foot, place it onto the inside of your left thigh. We do the Janu Sirsanya, forehead to the knee. Now don't jam the foot in, just touching the left thigh. Push the left heel away, pull the left toes in, sweep both the arms around, nice and wide, fingers in pyramids. They land on the mat. You press the pyramids down and lift the collarbones at the front. Twist a little bit, belly button facing towards the left kneecap. Keep the torso as upright as you can. Take both the hands up towards the ceiling, palms facing in. Stretch the hands up as you breathe in. As you breathe out, reach towards the toes. You're rotating at the hips. Reach, reach, reach. Doesn't matter how far you get. Some of you will wrap your palms around the base of the left foot. Make sure the back of the left knee is towards the mat. Feel that stretch there. Eyes are closed. As you breathe out, pull the belly muscles in and see if the forehead can get closer to the kneecap. As you breathe in, you release the belly muscles. We're still working with the core of the body. When you exhale, pull the belly muscles in, squeeze the core of the body. Release the muscles as you breathe in. One more round. Exhale, pull the belly muscles in. And slowly lift your face. Start to come back out. Your left palm will rest on your left knee. Sweeping the right arm around, plant the whole palm on the mat and open that right shoulder a little bit. Your left foot drops in towards the mat. You come up on your right knee and then take the left hand as far beyond your line of sight as you can. And you know the left side of your belly area. Let it stretch. Breathe into that area. And slowly release, come back. Keep the right foot against the left thigh. So that was Janusirsanya, forehead towards the kneecap. Parivarta Janusirsanya, the reverse, back of the head towards the left kneecap. Okay, let's work at it slowly. What we need is the angle between the knees to be as wide as possible. I use my hands, lift the bum, open the knees. The right knee has gone as far as it can from the left knee. Pull the right heel towards the pubic bone. Good. Now, your left foot is out in front, left toes are pointing up. Stretch the left palm out, palm facing up. Drop it and tuck the thumb underneath the calf muscle. So palm is facing up, thumb underneath, elbow is pressing against the knee. Your right palm onto the right thigh. As you breathe out, begin to twist. You're going to look up at your ceiling. There it is, back of your head pointing towards the left kneecap. Keep looking up. Release the right hand up. Palm is facing towards the left toes. And then continue to bring the right fingers towards the left toes without leaning forward. Right side of the digestive system in full stretch, left side being squeezed. Breathe. If you're touching the left toes, take the fingers on the outside edge of the left foot. And slowly start to release, bring the palm back up. Bring the torso upright. Let the right leg stretch out. Adjust the posture. There's quite a lot going on in the body. It's all wonderful stuff, worth working with this. Stretch the sacroiliac again. Plant the palms on the mat by the side of your hips. Press, lift the bum off the mat. Wriggle the hips. And come back down. And we do the other side. Just going to move my camera a little bit. Your left foot comes onto the inside of the right thigh. Right heel is pushed away, right toes pointing up. Sweeping both the arms around, shoulders engaged, fingers in pyramids, pressing down, getting that proud posture at the front. Twisting a little bit till the belly button faces the right kneecap. Keeping the torso upright, stretch both the hands up, palms facing in, fingers wide. Stretch up as you breathe in. Breathing out, rotate forward, belly going towards the right thigh, fingers as far towards the feet as you can, back of the right knee pressing towards the mat. Tuck your chin in. Begin to guide the forehead towards the right kneecap. We're going to use the breath, so the right side of your body is in full squeeze. Next time you breathe out, pull the belly muscles in, squeeze as much as you can. You breathe in, you release the belly muscles. Exhale, pull the belly muscles in. Release the muscles as you breathe in. One more, nice and strong. Exhale. And start to come back up. Your right palm will remain on your right kneecap. Left arm all the way around, the whole palm on the mat. It's going to carry some body weight. Right foot tips in onto the mat. You come up on your left knee. Take the right hand as far back as it will go. Let the right side of your belly area breathe into there. There is a good stretch there. And slowly come back out. Keep the left foot touching the right inside of the right thigh. And we do the reverse. So back of the head towards the knee. So now using the hands on the side, see if you can open the angle between the knees and bring the left heel closer to the pubic bone. Right toes are pointing up, right palm faces up and forward. Right thumb, tuck it underneath the right calf and allow the right knee to press against the elbow. Left palm on the thigh, left thigh, press down, begin to twist and look up towards the ceiling. Release the left hand up, palm facing the toes at the front, and continue to bring the left fingers towards the right toes without leaning forward. So it's really squeezing the right side of the digestive system, left side stretching away. You're reaching the toes, try and reach the outside of the right foot. Start to release, come back. And in your own time, just a routine. Lie back down, bring the knees to your chest. Wrap your arms around the tops of the shins. That's it. As you breathe out, forehead towards the kneecaps. Awareness, core of the body. As As you breathe out, pull the belly button towards the spine. Keep hold of the shins. Let the back of the head go to the mat. Then you begin to gently rock from side to side. Now go with eyes closed so you can address the back of the digestive system. Through the hips, above the hips, core of the body, either side of the lumbar spine. Part of the area you're massaging now, right and left kidneys, right and left adrenal glands. They all play a major role in keeping the body functioning well. With this kind of focus, how can the digestive system ever go wrong? Work with it, bring energy into the system. Come back to the center. Release your knees, plant your feet on the mat. Good. In your own time, you're going to roll to any one side, come up, put your warm things on. We're moving on into pranayama, still focused in the core of the body. So, if you need it, put your socks on, put your warm things on. From the pranayama, we're going to be going into relaxation. So those of you who are using blankets when you're in relaxation, have the blankets ready by the side of your mat. That's it. Keep your warm, put your warm things on. We're done with the physicality. Now it's even deeper focus into the pranayama. As you sit there comfortably, cross legs if possible, legs stretched out, back maybe against the wall, doesn't matter. Just adjust, make sure the body feels at ease. As you allow the index fingers and the thumbs to link up, that's your cue to straighten out the spine as much as you can. In my case, I feel the collarbones at the front lifting. Belly area nice and loose, eyes are closed. As I breathe in, I know my belly muscles are being pushed forward. As I breathe out, pull in the belly muscles towards the spine. Exhale. Normal breaths, but the same movement. Belly button forward, belly button towards the spine. I want to use, and you're all familiar with the Kapalabhati breath, where we make maximum use of the belly muscles. Visualize underneath the skin in your belly area, 4 layers of muscles. External obliques, internal obliques, transverse abdominis, and the rectus ab, your 6-pack. It's until you go beyond those 4 layers of muscles, you do not see the belly, the digestive system. When those muscles move, they really move the entire digestive system. When I mean the entire digestive system. Small intestines, large intestines, the colon, the liver, the gallbladder, the spleen, the pancreas, the belly itself. We're going to do 3 rounds of Kapalabhati breath. Your choice. Bellows breath. You can count up to 10 bellows, 15 or 25. We're going to be doing 3 rounds. So just what feels right to you. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Close your eyes. First round, we start with a complete exhalation. Belly muscles being squeezed towards the spine. Diaphragm flies up, empties the lungs as much as you can. Exhale, exhale, bit more, exhale. Halfway up, inhale, halfway. Use the muscles. 1, 2, 3. Exhale fully. Lift your face, fill up to the very top, and shut the breathing. And let go. Come back to the center. Normal breaths. Belly button moves. Second round. Next time you breathe out, squeeze the belly muscles. Empty the lungs as much as you can. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Use the muscles. 1, 2, 3. Exhale fully. Lift your face, fill up to the very top, and shut the breathing. And come back to the center. No more breaths. Third and final round. Exhale fully. Halfway up, inhale. Use the muscles. Exhale fully. Lift your face, fill up to the very top. Shut the breathing. And let go. No more breaths. Good. Gently open your eyes and go into a full relaxation posture. Have a drink of water if you need one. You go to lie down. If you're using your blankets, you'll be covering yourselves up. As always, pay attention to your lower back. There's been a lot of movement at the back. Begin to refocus into the body. Behind closed eyelids, begin to gaze at the tip of your nose. It's the easiest way I know to begin to engage my mind to my body. Then go into the nostrils. Inside the nostrils, where there is a divide, the septum. Underneath the skin in the septum are hundreds of nerves in there. Some of them enable you to feel the temperatures of the cool air going in, slightly warm air coming out. Quite a few of those nerves end up in towards your brain and feed information in there to enable relaxation within the body. One of the several things that kind of messages do is to release endorphins within the body, within the organs in the body. The happy molecules, if you like. Allow your awareness to go to your forehead. Very deliberately, see if you can smoothen out the skin at the forehead a little bit, tiny movements. Then go to the eyebrows and the eye sockets, and you make them go soft. And the lower jaw moves slightly away from the upper jaw. Observe both the nostrils completely open. Smooth, shallow breaths. Body is full of energy, and there is no physical stress left in the body. Allow the awareness to drift down towards your belly button. One of the vital organs in the digestive system is your pancreas. I'm going to guide you through, going to request you to use your imagination, visualize, and see if you can address how that organ has benefited in everything that we've done this evening. Once you're at the belly button, jump into the belly button, slide down on the inside, beyond the 4 layers of the muscles. And at the bottom of the belly button, you land on the pancreas. Visualize the pancreas lying sideways, courgette-shaped or zucchini-shaped, tubular type of shape, with you standing on the skin of the pancreas. As you look at your feet, as you stand on the organ, you see the skin of the pancreas. It's not smooth, it's shiny, but it's very pitted, bumpy. That's its natural form. Use a bit more of your imagination. You're going to go through the skin and land on the middle of the pancreas. And you land on the floor of a large, long cave. You're standing on the floor of the cave. There's walls all the way up towards the ceiling and around, and a long tube, a long cave. Where you're standing, this is the pancreatic duct. It transfers pancreatic juices into the digestive system. That's one of its functions. There's a much more important function than that. If you look into the walls of the cave, you begin to identify thousands upon thousands of blue pinprick lights. These are the alpha cells. Their job is to produce insulin as and when the body requires it. Insulin manages the glucose in the bloodstream. Take a closer look at the walls. In there, you see thousands of yellow pinprick lights. These are the beta cells. Their job is to produce glycagon as and when the body requires it. When there is too much glucose in the bloodstream, insulin comes in to manage that. When there is not enough glucose in the bloodstream, glycagon comes out and removes the glucose from the fat cells back into the bloodstream. Now that process in the pancreas is complex. If you look into the walls, in their hundreds, red pinprick lights. These are the delta cells. They're like referees at a football match, keeping discipline between the alphas and the betas, managing the glucose levels within the body. You know, all the postures we did with our focus in the core of our body, pancreas was worked to its maximum, squeezed, stretched, inverted. Nice and slow, work your way up through the roof of the cave, onto the skin of the pancreas. Drift yourself up through the belly button and walk yourself up towards your nostrils. Sit on any one side of your nostrils and simply observe cool air going in, slightly warm air coming out. Wonderful. Good care of the most important side of the body, the digestive system. Keeping your eyes closed, roll your head to any one side and guide that ear to go and touch the mat. Then you rotate at the neck and guide the other ear to go and touch the mat. Then you come back to the center, gently blink open your eyes, and once again begin to bring your knees to your chest. You wrap your arms around the tops of the shins. When you breathe out, bring your forehead up towards the kneecaps, and knowing that your entire body weight is on the thoracic lumbar spine region. Keep hold of the shins as the head goes back down, the muscles at the back release, and then you rock from side to side and massage those muscles, either side of the spine, either side of the rib cage. In your own time, you're going to come back to the center. Release your shins, plant your feet on the mat. And in your own time, you're going to roll to any one side, come up in a sitting posture. Going to put us on the gallery. And if you like, you can unmute yourself. And we say hello to everybody. Wonderful.
Sam?
Yes.
Can I put a request in, please?
Yes.
Can you do a 10-minute video on the spinal twist that we do? So I do that sometimes on my, obviously in the week, but I can never do it to your maximum. So listening to your voice, and if you could do one of your 10-minute videos of that, that would be just really fantastic to
Definitely. That's easy. That's I just have to edit one of the Zoom classes, and I know we do this every time, so there's enough recording of that one. I'll do that one and post it.
Thank you, Sam.
We'll put it on YouTube. You'll get the links for it. So
yeah, that would be great.
That's great, yeah.
Well done. Sarah is doing it's one of the finest postures that I know. And then today our focus wasn't so much on the lumbar spine and sciatic nerve and all that. It was literally in the Hara region. If those of you are into yoga and yoga philosophy, Hara region is where we live, where our spirit lives.
Another name of this posture?
Supta Padangustasana. Supta means lying down, Padangusta, feet, or supine twist.
Okay, Supta Padangustasana.
As Sharon has asked, and Sarah also a thumbs up, I'll do an edit of the posture and then send it to everybody. And for the yoga teachers, I would suggest you just teach that as much as you can.